Courts and Safety meeting. Roll call, please.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Ms. Greenwell.
Here.
Mr. Kalina.
Here.
Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No,
No.
sir.
Okay. Approval of the minutes of the meeting of October 30th, 2025.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bid openings, I don't see anything. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives.
One quick update. Good morning to the board. On the sanitary district project on Calumet Avenue, they're going to have to finish on Monday because of the way they have to place the asphalt. It won't be available until late Monday.
Okay,
But I'm working with the state on that. It's their highway, so.
gotcha.
Thank you.
Okay,
Traffic seems to be flowing well through the
it
area.
has, yeah, I agree. Anything else from department heads or their representatives? Okay, moving on to correspondence, number 7, letter A. Correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, recommending the approval of Officer Spencer Lemons be promoted to the rank of corporal effective November 15th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Bernard Gazzolia, Fire Chief, requesting the promotions of the following listed personnel from probationary firefighters to private firefighters: Viet V, Ian Mizak, Rachel Treadway, Julian Rutherford, and Ryan Banstra, effective December 5th, 2025, and promotion of Christopher Becerra from probationary firefighter to private firefighter, effective December 6th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval of $1,626.39 of CIB funding to be allocated for the Summer Street reconstruction and change order number 18.
This represents a 20% match that's required, the $1,800. It was a transition milling on the east end of the project in Indianapolis Boulevard, so we didn't have any ponding on State Road, whatever, I can't even remember now, 152, I'm sorry. CIB met on Monday, approved the funding allocation, asked for your approval of it and the change order.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter D, correspondence received from the Controller's Office requesting the approval of the renewal of amusement device license for Optimus Club in Hammond.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, correspondence received from Eileen Ibarra, a special events coordinator, requesting permission to close Lion Street from Calumet Avenue east to the alley on November 28th, 2025, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for the annual tree lighting ceremony.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, matters from board members, either of you? Okay. Moving on to number 9, new business. Letter A, order to rescind findings in order for property located at 1563 177th Place, submitted for approval.
Request that, I brought this up last week at the status. This is just the order to rescind.
Okay,
It's been rehabbed. This is that one with Chris Rhodes.
okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Letter B, order to rescind findings in order for property located at 1047 Moss Street, submitted for approval.
Mr. Pollock reported last week, this is the Pearl Shee property. It's been totally rehabbed. Request the order to rescind be approved.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter C, order to rescind findings in order for property located at 6349 through 51 Jefferson Avenue, submitted for approval.
According to Mr. Luter, it's been rehabbed, so we would request its approval.
Okay. Motion to approve.
I
All
second.
contingent on fees being paid, of course, on all
Okay.
3 of these.
Okay. Motion to approve contingent on all fees being paid.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Welcome back.
Letter D, resolution and intergovernmental agreement with Hammond Department of Redevelopment for the transfer of property located at 6131 Ray Avenue and 935 Conkey Street, submitted for approval.
These are properties owned by the city. They'll be transferred to redevelopment for infill housing and other purposes. There's been quite a demand on the website, so these are 2 more of those properties. Request its approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, resolution and intergovernmental agreement with Hammond Port Authority regarding the US 41 screen wall design and coordination submitted for approval.
The Port Authority approved the intergovernmental agreement on Tuesday at their meeting. This is regarding the design work for a screen wall. I don't know if Dean wants to add to this, but it's a screen wall along US 41 basically between a little further east of the state line all the way up where the railroad tracks are, to kind of more beautify that area. The design work is being paid for mostly by the city, but the Port Authority is pitching in about a third. So that's, we request its approval as presented.
Okay.
Okay, motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, right-of-way permits received from engineering submitted for approval.
Good morning. We have several. From NIPSCO, there's a couple pole replacements, just upgrading the poles. A New York Avenue gas service hookup for some of the new homes, or a new home. And also, we received one from AT&T for Clark Fields. Actually, it was November 7, 24, that it was signed last year. But due to the fact of some snafus, fire station taking longer than anticipated and other, so they're ready, they are out there, but they just want this updated.
Okay.
So I recommend approval.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mark.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter G, request for rental registration hearing submitted for approval.
Motion to set that date for November 20th, 2025.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter H, plat of survey for Hammond Storage Addition submitted for approval.
Left it upstairs? Okay. All right. Motion to approve. It's too heavy.
Too heavy. Yeah.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. You guys. Letter I, late business license hearing for That's Cake, 629 Goslin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
Good. Can you pull that down? Can
I
you give us
can.
your name and your association with the business?
My name is Keisha Mills. I am the owner of That's a Cake.
Okay. Could you tell us what happened, Ms. Mills?
I was totally confused about, even though Lisa here explained, I paid in April when we initially opened, April 2024, and then I came back and paid in June, and I totally forgot to pay. I didn't think that I had to pay for 2026, but I'm paying, I was supposed to pay in June for 2026, so now I understand,
Okay.
and it will never happen again.
Okay. Go ahead, Lisa.
And that's about what happened, so
Okay. So you're good with it?
I'm good.
Okay.
One-time courtesy,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Motion to waive the late fee.
And I
Thank you
second.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you, guys.
guys.
And I,
Come see
all
us.
in favor, say aye.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, nice seeing you.
All right, good seeing you.
Okay, I'm all messed up right now. I don't know what's going on. Letter J, late business license hearing for Mike and Utoria's place for Utopia?
Utopia. Victoria.
Is that supposed to be Utopia?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
morning.
Morning, sir. Can you give us your name and your association with the business?
Michael Coulter, I'm the owner of the property.
Okay, Mr. Coulter, can you tell us what happened?
Well, basically, I didn't realize that there was a yearly fee paid at the one time, and never thought that I had to pay another fee until I received a letter saying that I was past due.
Okay,
And I just didn't know.
okay. Same thing, Lisa?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's been just 1 year that, yes.
2 years, but, yeah,
Gotcha.
his first time, so.
Gotcha, okay.
One-time courtesy.
Okay. Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. If you'd like to stay till the meeting's over, both of you, you can get a copy and pay it downstairs if you like.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to letter K, gas station exemption hearing, Save a Stop, 7452 Indianapolis Boulevard. Good morning.
Good morning to the board. I think we're all familiar with this location. When it was originally, there were a lot of issues with this location originally, but I think we were all pleased that the gas station really got corrected a lot of them, including the asphalt in the parking lot. There was some graffiti on the tanks. That was all taken care of. The sign was corrected. So I've spoken with Mr. Novak, who's, I think, out of the office today, and he said that it's okay from a zoning perspective, and he has no objection to the extension.
That's all I'm asking for is the extension for our exemption.
Okay, and I spoke with Lieutenant Godey this morning about Fusus, and he, that's all fine, so, no objections otherwise? You guys good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Motion to approve the.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the extension.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to letter L, gas station exemption hearing, Sitco, 5228 Columbia.
This was reset from last week. I believe Sonny was here. This has to do with his request to go from 3 a.m. to 2 a.m. I think we set it over to allow us some time. I did speak with Mr. Novak, who indicated that he's fine with them renewing their overnight hours as long as the police department confirms that they're fine with the new request.
I went over their calls for service for the last 2 years, and there was nothing of any significance.
Right.
So we did have a question, though. What hours are you asking for again?
We want to do, if we can open all night.
So that was a question, because initially you said 2.
Two, right?
Yeah.
And we're thinking if it's gonna be 12 to 2, maybe you would want to do that.
We
So
can try 12 to 2 this year, and then next year I can ask you guys to do overnight,
I recall the reason we decided that we were going to do 4 originally. I think, was it 4, Sonny, or 3
Yes.
originally?
Started
4, I
three.
think.
Yeah.
4, then 3, now we're 2. So was that because this location, unlike other locations, is up against a neighborhood?
Right.
And so that was the issue, that I think there was either, I don't know if there originally was a neighbor complaint or something about just traffic and, whatever, but I get it, we haven't had any issues. I would differ, we have no objection, it's up to the board, it's up to Sonny to determine what's best for his business, so.
So Sonny, I would say if your objective is to stay open all night, I think we'd be willing to grant that, but you got to know that if you start having problems,
Definitely,
you'll be
yeah.
back here and we'll change
100%,
that, okay?
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we want to make sure you're clear on
Yeah,
that. part.
definitely, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
you do want to be open all night then?
Yeah.
So is that the request, Sonny? Just make the
Yeah,
request?
Yeah. if
Okay.
That's possible,
Yeah, I just want to hear the request.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if there's issues, we can always meet again, and I have a pretty good relationship with the police department, the detectives, and Godey and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If there's
Could you-
any issues, they always come to me, so.
Yeah, and just for the record, Sonny, could you just state to the board your request, what you're requesting?
Yeah, we want to be open all night.
Okay, at what address? Give us your address.
5228 Columbia Avenue.
Okay,
Okay, motion to approve the exemption for 24 hours.
And I second.
all in favor, say aye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, letter M, demolition hearings. Start with letter A, 1244 121st Street, the house.
If I could set the record for the board
Absolutely.
on these. So what we have today on the agenda are several new demolition requests by the Inspections Department, who's the enforcement authority, of course, Mr. Kearney, to affirm his orders of demolition that have been presented to the board. I would note that under the Unsafe Building Act, we have had service on these properties by certified mail, regular mail, publication in the Hammond, Northwest Indiana Times, and by posting on the property. I would present to the board photographs of that posting as well as photographs of the condition of the property when the inspectors did the original inspection. We do have some updated photos on several of the properties, but I would note for the record that under the Unsafe Building Act, we do have good service. Okay, so present this to the board. There's a table of contents in there. I hope it matches the agenda items. I believe it does, and we're ready to proceed. There are several owners or interested parties here, so as we get to those, I would just ask those folks to come up to this microphone, and Bill and I will come over and share this one, and then you'll have time to present any evidence or information you have to the board once the city's done presenting their evidence. So,
Okay.
Mr. President, we're ready to proceed.
Okay, is there anybody here for 1244 121st Street?
So 1244, I do want to show you this picture because that's not in the book. It was a fire.
Okay.
It was self-demoed, so we have no, we're going to withdraw our request for a demolition order on this one. Just show it withdrawn. There's no action needed by the board because it was self-demoed by the owner.
Okay, so no action for letter A. Letter B, moving on to 517 through 19 Hoffman Street, the front. Anybody here for that address?
Mr. Castro provided me with some updated photos, which I'll also give to the board. As you can, this is a property owned by a Robert Jordan out of Riverdale, Illinois. There's a homestead on it, which is amazing to me. There was a January 24th fire. There's been no contact from the owner since. Mr. Castro took these photographs. Rich, what did you take yesterday? Yes. Okay, those are from yesterday. You can see there's been no improvement. Based on the condition of the property, we do have good service. I'd request that the order be affirmed as presented.
Motion to affirm the order.
I second.
This is Dustin Smith. I represent, Attorney Dustin Smith, I represent Nation Star Mortgage. We're the first mortgage lien holder on that property.
Okay,
I do show that, yes, Nation Star is the first mortgage.
We do have an active foreclosure case. We've obtained judgment. The property was set for sale, but I believe my client canceled because of this demolition, the request for a demolition order. But I would expect them to proceed with a sheriff's sale soon and perhaps demolish the property themselves. I'm not sure. I'm kind of waiting for confirmation from them because we just obtained information about this hearing. So,
Mr. Smith, do you have a cause number for your foreclosure?
yes, it's 45 D02 2312 MF 758.
758?
Correct.
758, okay. So in these instances, obviously you can see based on the condition of the property, and Mr. Smith, if you email me at law@gohammond.com, I can get you updated photos of the property. But what I would say to the board is, given the condition of the property, that the demo order should be affirmed, and the board can explain to Mr. Smith the process, that we're not going to knock it down tomorrow, and he'll have time to hopefully, we would appreciate it if the bank would self-demo it. Obviously, that's money we don't have to spend.
okay. Mr. Smith, I hope you understand, we're going to okay the order today or approve the order today, and it has to be put out for bid, and nothing's going to happen for at least 60 to 90 days, probably more because of the holidays. So you're going to have a little bit of time. The only thing I would ask you to do is, if they're going to self-demo or something changes with the status, that you get a hold of the law office immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's okay. And do you have any, you don't have any idea at this point when they might self-demo, correct?
I do not. Yeah, they just, we've been handling the foreclosure and they just sent this over for us as far as this hearing is concerned. So I need to communicate with them to find out let them know what their options are and what that time frame is.
Okay, just make sure you stay in contact with the law office, please.
All right, will do. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Motion to affirm the order.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Moving on to letter C, 6604 through 06 Kennedy Avenue.
6604-06 Kennedy Avenue. It's a 1.5-story structure owned currently by Tamika Carpenter out of Park Forest, Illinois. However, Lake Falls LLC, Mr. Dawson's present for that. Company is the tax sale purchaser. There was a water leak that was reported in January of '25, and no work was done since that time. There was some flooding in the area. I do have some updated photos. The property does appear to be vacant and boarded up. Mr. Terry, the inspector of the 3rd District, took these photos.
Yeah, that's construction. Okay.
From, I think, yesterday.
Good morning, Mr. Dawson.
Good morning to the board.
Can you please tell us what's going on with the property?
Yes, Lake Falls LLC purchased that property at a tax sale over a year ago, and that redemption period has expired, meaning that they're just about to obtain a tax deed to the property. We have filed for that tax deed under Circuit Court case number 45C01 2510 TP 1298, and that is set for a hearing on December 18th, at which we anticipate being granted the tax deed. And we would anticipate that would be issued and recorded sometime in January or February at the latest. We have, obviously, since we are just an interested party at this point, not the owner, we can't enter into the property and begin working with the city to get everything straightened out. However, Attorney Smith did give you pictures of the property in its current state. We did go to the property and see if we can exterior cleanup to the extent that we could. So I just wanted the the board to know that we've been diligent about trying to correct the situation. It's just out of our hands till January when we get the deed.
And we've worked with Mr. Dawson and his partner Leah on a couple other properties, so they've got a good track record in the city. The issue, of course, is always that, you know, and Mr. Dawson can't control this, but potentially there could be an objection to the tax deed. It could have to go to status, and then a trial, and then a whatever. So we always prefer in these situations to enter the order. Mr. Dawson's always been good about staying in contact with me. Obviously, we'll notify him if it goes out to bid, and at that time, we'll see what the status of the property is. And again, we always prefer rehabs over demos. So Mr. Dawson's committed, he said, to either, once he gets the property, either rehabbing it or selling it again. I think that's usually what you guys do. And so I would request, given the condition of the property, the fact that we don't really have an owner here, we have an interested party, the tax sale purchaser, that the order be affirmed, and that, of course, we'll obviously keep in touch with Mr. Dawson in the process.
Because he's waiting for the deed, he can't, is there any other cleanup that can be done?
He's probably done more than he probably knows this. I mean, he's probably doing more than maybe he should. So, but I mean, we appreciate the fact that he's doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just still covered with trees and everything, so that's all. But I appreciate
The
you
leaves
doing
are
as
falling.
much as you can. Yeah, exactly, yeah. They'll be clear soon.
Well, that's the before picture I
Yeah.
gave you.
Okay,
The after
gotcha.
picture, everything's been cleared
Okay,
out.
gotcha, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you understand, we're gonna approve the order today. There's gonna be some time that's gonna lapse here if we're waiting to bids, and you'll have time.
Okay.
Just stay in contact like you have been, and
All right.
everything should be good.
All righty then.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, and you can have this picture back if you'd like. Thank you.
Motion to affirm the order.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter D, 6646 Nevada. Anybody here?
Oh, Nevada. So, I've got some updated photos on this one too. I believe Inspector Cole, is present here today, got these for me. Mike, these are from what, yesterday? Tuesday. From Tuesday. 6646 Nevada is an interesting one. It's actually in not terrible shape, however, it's been vacant for a while.
We were just saying that.
Yeah, there's a homestead on the property. It's owned by Sandra Zweers and Natalie Zweers of Cherville. However, Infinite Batteries, represented by Jamie Driscoll, was a tax sale purchaser, so we kind of have a similar situation we did from last time. As you can see, it is vacant. There's a lot of holes in the eaves. I don't know if you look at the eaves and stuff, even though it's a nice brick home, there's significant damage to the soffit and fascia.
Yep.
And is boarded up. And the fence is just laying in the yard. So I think it's got great potential, but at this point, because it has been vacant and we don't have an owner present, we would request the order be affirmed.
Okay.
Motion to affirm.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter E, 6402 New Hampshire Avenue.
6402 New Hampshire. I think Mr. Holton is here. I do have some updated photos from Inspector Holton as well. So just setting the record on this, Mr. Holtzman just informed me that, and he showed me the copy of the sheriff's deed that was just entered. So he's the new owner as of, I think, probably yesterday, or at least recently. It was owned by a Dennis Eckhoff. There's a homestead on the property that needs to be removed, and I would request Mr. Holtzman to fill out that form. There was a SWAT raid at this property in February of '05, in which several of the windows were broken out. The property was then boarded up. There was an issue of, I think, a former resident trying to get in. So I believe the last homeowner has not been back there since the raid. I think he's been incarcerated. There's been a lot of neighborhood complaints regarding the property. As you can see, it's pretty unsightly. That's otherwise a pretty, good neighborhood. Mr. Holtzman's indicated that he does want to fix it up, and we're happy to entertain that. However, what I would suggest is that we do enter the order. I'll hold off recording it because Mr. Luter's indicated that he's been in contact with Eric and that he does believe that he's going to get on it pretty quick. And if he does, we can hold off on recording the order, but I would like to have it entered just in case something happens.
Okay. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes. I just wanted to clarify the chain of events for the board so everyone's clear on the record. The property did go through a sheriff's auction foreclosure on the first Friday in October. I did purchase it at that time, at which time When I purchased it, I reached out to the city immediately. I knew it was boarded up. I've owned properties and sold properties on that block. At which point, we immediately cleaned it up and secured the property. I also went through with writ of assistance to get the old owners completely evicted and make sure they do not come back. And we did clean the property out. We were not able to pull a permit on the property to fix it up until the sheriff's deed was issued, which did not get issued till yesterday. So we can only do cleanup and securing work with the city. I have all the permit applications and intend to go downstairs and pull the permit after this hearing. I literally got the sheriff's deed yesterday. I would ask the board, my first initial application is the board to maybe withhold entering the order in for 60 days if I can get it fixed up. I do appreciate if Kevin, if we do enter the order, if he can withhold it either way. But my request maybe if we can, since I'm just the new owner.
No, I think our intention is to okay the order. We do that as a normal practice to stay ahead of this kind of situation, so.
Fully understand.
He's not gonna record it, so that's gonna work out for you, I think, so.
Yep.
We appreciate everything you're doing, by the way, too, to rehab it, so.
Awesome, thank you. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Motion to affirm.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Letter F, 434 Vine Street.
434 Vine, Inspector Schultz got some photos from one of those yesterday? This morning, okay. Mr. Guzman is here. He is the owner of the property. Also, Attorney Driscoll is involved in this. There was a fire in '23. Nothing's happened since that time. However, I would like to compliment the owner and his contractor. They've been in constant contact with the city. The intention for Mr. Luter and Mr. Pollock is to get a rehab agreement before the board next week.
Okay.
And I think if that happens, that'd be great. So similar to Mr. Holzman, what we'd like is to request, based on the condition of the property and proper notice being given, we'd request that the order be affirmed. However, I'll hold on recording that as long as Mr. Luter's good with that. And then we can move forward with a rehab agreement, I hope, next week before the board. Because I know they want to get moving on it.
Yes. Any questions or concerns about what he just said?
No, it's all good. We're just
You're
waiting
good
on
with that?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to affirm.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter G, 410 Waltham Street.
410 Waltham, I do have some updated photos from Inspector Terry from yesterday, I believe. Also, Mr. Riley is here, and we'll get started once he gets situated. I want to give him an opportunity to come on up. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Riley this morning. There was a fire at that property some time ago. In fact, my notes show that it was in January of '24, so we're almost 2 years in. Mr. Riley indicated to me that he no longer lives there, obviously. He has purchased a home, or he lives in a home on Madison in the south end of town, and used the insurance money from Waltham to buy that house. Unfortunately, of course, that means that the money's not there to repair this house. He's indicated that he does want to start. I let him know that our position would be to affirm the order today because, even though I'm sure he wants to start, we need to get an inspection, right, of this property? Yeah, so Mr. Luter would like to do an inspection. We'd ask that he'd have to pay for the inspection, get in there, get a rehab agreement. But since it has been 2 years, I just don't want to just have it sit any longer. We'd like to at least keep the process moving forward. And given its condition and danger, I guess, just being in that condition to the neighborhood, we'd request the order be affirmed.
Good morning, Mr. Riley.
Good morning, sir.
So I want to make sure, so we're going to approve the order today.
Okay.
And as I mentioned before, you're going to have probably 60 to 90 days, maybe even more because of the holidays.
Okay.
So in the meantime, if you want to get the inspection done, get a rehab agreement signed, and kind of give an idea of a time frame of when you're going to get this done, I think as long as you're doing those things, we'll hold off on the demolition.
Yes.
Just make sure you're in contact with them constantly and that you're doing what you're supposed to do, okay?
Yes.
Mr. Riley, did you have anything you wanted to present to the board? I want to give you a chance if
No.
okay.
I don't have anything.
Any objections to what we said then?
No objections.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Motion to affirm the order.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Riley.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
That concludes the new demolitions.
okay, you want all this stuff, Kev?
Yeah. Gather all that up. Get it.
Got it. Okay, moving on to number 10, old business. Letter A, status for 7339 California.
It was last up on October 2nd. It was awaiting contractors calling for finals, according to Jordan, and we set it today for status.
Yeah, it looks like this one, Jordan did some research. They've recently pulled a HVAC permit, and there's been no inspections on that, but everything else looks ready to go. So I think maybe another 30 days, we might be able to get this rescinded. I'm hoping.
Okay, you think it'll be done, ready for
I'm
finals?
hoping in 30 days, yes.
Okay, we have an expired, just so the board's aware, expired rehab agreement as of September 1, and we have a recorded order of March 13th, 25, so it's not even a year old. So if we want to go 30 to 45 days, maybe after the first of the year, does that sound good? Give them
That's fine.
through the
yeah.
holidays?
Through the holidays, yeah.
Give us 1 second.
Okay.
You want to do the 8th or the 15th of January? Do you have a preference?
No,
15th, just one
15th is
more
fine.
time?
One more
Okay.
week.
Motion to set the matter for status for January 15th, 2026.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter B, status for 1430 Stanton.
This was also up on October 2nd. Mr. Hernandez appeared from Hernandez Construction. He said he had called in for the final, and we set it today for status.
And all finals have passed. I don't know if Jordan was able to send pictures to Kevin's office, but all finals have passed. We'd have to prepare an order to rescind.
Okay, so we'd request that the, well, I guess we'll wait for the order to rescind. Costs need to be paid, right, Linda? Okay, so we'll get those to the owner. So we won't have it,
No
no
action
action
today?
today. Yeah, we'll just prepare an order to rescind. Linda will, and have it before you.
Okay. Moving on to letter C, status for 847 117th Street.
This, of course, is the Rupp Library that we're all familiar with. Last time we were here was September 11th. Mr. Sears was here. He mentioned he was still looking for an HVAC contractor. He had some bid issues, bids for the drywall because he needed the heat to be on, so that's why he needed the HVAC. He has a bid to drywall in stages. $18,000 proposal is presented to the board. He mentioned that he would need 4 to 6 weeks to complete the drywall. That was his estimate. That was back in September. The board gave him more than 4 to 6 weeks to come before the board and give a status today on November 6th.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Just for the record, can you give us your name again, please?
Brian Sears.
And tell us where you're at with the property?
I brought my contractor here to doing the drywall mudding and taping, and we've had some delays, and I think some of that delays were due to licensing issues, and I'd like him to explain.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Could you give us your name, please?
Good morning, Board. My name is Michael Benain. I'm one of the
Spell
owners.
your last name for me.
Benain, B as in boy, E-N-A-I-N.
Okay.
I'm one of the owners of Hoosier Boys Painting and Drywall. Actually, got a couple cards here for you
Okay.
folks.
Okay.
So I understand that Mr. Sears has been going through this process with you folks, with this property. All of the drywall has been installed. Nothing within our contract includes any kind of drywall installation. Originally, when I had called the building office here, it was indicated to me that we were going to have to pull licenses for drywall installation, hence painting. And so that was a big part of what the holdup was with us. We are fully a residential painting company, so we don't do any kind of commercial work. So talked to Mr. Sears. Mr. Sears explained to me what was going on, that he had to come back in front of the board. I called and spoke yesterday with OMA in the building department and kind of explained the situation again, and she re-indicated to me that if I'm strictly a residential company, if I'm not installing any drywall whatsoever, that all we're doing is just finishing it, priming it, and painting it, that I would not need a license of any kind to do such work. So at this point, and that's just what I was told, you know, not knowing what's true or
confirm that
not.
in a second.
But we are prepared to get in there next week and start taking care of this job. It'll be good for Mr. Sears, it'll be good for the town of Hammond, the board, and we can move the job forward. We will not be installing any drywall.
Okay, before we go to Mr. Kearney, so you're saying all of it was installed already? You're just coming in and mudding and taping and stuff?
That's it.
Okay. Go ahead, Kelly.
Morning, Board. I believe we can do this under a temporary license if it's going to only be the job, only one job he's going to be doing. We can get that through quick enough. Let him go ahead in a sense of getting this progressed and done and further along, I'm willing to give them the temporary license and get the job done.
Okay. So the question is, if you get this temporary license immediately or as fast as possible, how soon will you be done?
Well, as you know, it's a pretty big job.
I do.
So with the job being as large as it is, when you apply drywall mud, of course, you have to apply a coat, let it dry, apply a coat, let it dry, sometimes up to 4 coats. So we're going to be kind of restricted a little bit while we're going through that process. But once the curing and everything is done and we get it fully sanded, the painting should move pretty quickly. So I would say if you set this again for another month, I think that would pretty much have it wrapped up as long as we're able to get whatever documentation that we need to be able to do the job.
So what's our last meeting of the year?
18th?
18.
So I have a question. If we complete this in a month,
Yes.
where are we at with everything else? I know this has been going on a while, and I know there's been some issues. He's been hurt a couple times, but we gotta have some kind of clear-cut dates, and I feel like we never really do.
So I can only speak to the drywall and the painting part of things. We can come in and within a month, assure.
I'm fine setting it for status in a month. However, what I would like to have happen is to have Mr. Sears agree to allow an inspection during that time so that the inspections department can report back to the board at our next status.
Okay. So, Mr. Sears, can you comment on that, please? Within the next month, you want to be able to do an inspection, is that correct?
Correct.
The library is open for inspection anytime Mr. Lauer would like to come over. He just has to request it. And I'm still looking for an HVAC guy. We're installing temporary heat for the mud process. There's stuff in the library. It's going to have to be done in sequence, I guess is the proper word. I can do 1/3, and then I have to move stuff, and then I can do the second third, and then the third. So it's not part of the drywall contract, moving stuff back and forth. And
Mr. Sears, I don't mean to interrupt, but as we've mentioned a couple of times already, rehab is the way we want to do things here. That's our preference, okay? The only thing I would say is with the property, the HVAC, from my understanding, was supposed to have been done already. And you're saying it hasn't been done already.
it's not done yet.
So at some point, we got to draw a line in the sand and say, Mr. Sears, tell us when it's going to be done, and it's got to be done. And I'm aware of all the problems we've heard over the course of the last couple of years. When are we going to be done with the property?
I'd like to give you that answer at the next meeting.
We would like that answer by the next meeting. There's got to be some indication of when you're going to be done by the next meeting, okay?
Yes, sir.
And is December 18th good enough, or are we going to go into January?
So if I could, obviously, the weather, as you see, it's changing by the day. 71 day, 30 the next. Drywall mud is kind of contingent on the ability for there to be some sort of heat. We might be able to put some kind of heaters in there, leave them running, allow there to be some heat. But, if we're going to kind of stay on that 1 month time frame.
Well, Mr. Sir, you gave us the 1 month time
Yes,
frame. We didn't give that to you.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I'd like to keep that December 18th date, whether it's done or not. I mean, just so we know what's going on.
I would also.
Yeah.
I would also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's not done by December 18th, I would hope that the big significant part of it is done by then, because,
It's still warm enough, I would think.
yeah, I think,
That's the only thing, as long
Okay.
as there's, enough heat for things to be able to move forward.
okay, so we're going to set this for status for December 18th.
Okay.
I would like you to be done with it by then, or at least almost done.
Okay.
And then, in the meantime, Mr. Sears, we're going to have somebody come in and do an inspection, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody good with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then we'll also need a final answer about the full project too?
Yes, he's going to give us that answer December 18th.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Motion to set the matter for status December 18th.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tim.
Okay, letter D, status for 1037 Ames.
1037 Ames, back when we were here on September 4th, all rough had passed. There was a request by Mr. Luter, 45 days, and it should be done. So we set it for status today at 11/6.
And I did complete the final inspections yesterday, my final building. All finals have passed. I sent pictures to Kevin's office in order to rescind, so we have no action on this, probably get it next week.
Just wait for an order to rescind from Linda, make sure costs are paid, and we're good to go.
No action
No action.
today. Okay, moving on to number 11, late rental registration hearings. Letter A, 4708 Henry.
This situation has actually been resolved prior to the hearing date, so there's no action needed by the board.
We like no action, Bill.
I like that, too.
Yep,
Very conciliatory.
yep. It's very, very nice way to put that word in. Number 12, the meeting's now open to the public. Anybody have anything they want to say?
Chris?
Any Facebook Marketplace stuff going on or anything? Never mind. Meeting, yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.